It's supposed to warm up today.
Yeah, but you never know the inside temperature. Could be 20 less than that.
True.
Well, first of all, excuse me. First of all, we've been looking at the trail cam. Zero. Not even Freddy the Lizard is out there this morning.
Nada.
Happy Father's Day, Ken.
Happy Father's Day.
Can't be happier. There's no other joy or better feeling than raising a fantastic kid. All my kids are fantastic. All my grandkids are fantastic. Not because they're smart, intelligent, and do all this shit. They're good people, ethical people, moral people, empathetic people, sympathetic people. And they make fathers that they have work all day long. 10 hours less than today. Happy Father's Day.
10 hours today?
Yeah, instead of 12.
Okay. That's fair.
You were complaining yesterday we were putting in 3 instead of 4, I heard, right? Yeah?
That's right.
Yeah.
We've been getting it off easy lately.
Yeah. Well, today, hopefully, we're going to rewire the stuff we need on the door, get the windows in, have one door complete.
Let's hope. That would be an excellent plan for the day. All right. So what Pops was mentioning on the trail cam, I actually didn't mention that in the last video. Or maybe I did. I don't remember. I can't remember. But the neighbor up the road there sent me an email the other day saying they came down the road and there was a mountain lion just walking down the road here at 7 a.m. and just jumped off into the creek down there. This is just a big empty creek here right now. There's nothing going on in there. So I put a trail cam down in there pointing down into the creek. See if we catch anything. This is the same place, if anybody remembers, a year or two, I don't remember, a deer got killed right down in that area right there. So we know there's mountain lions, obviously, in this area. I've never actually seen one, so see if we can catch it in the trail cam. I've had it there for a week, haven't seen anything yet, so we'll see. But that could be interesting.
Yes.
Okay. So, back to this guy. So what we have to do, a couple of things. The power windows, this is the OEM style connector, which does not fit our new windows, so we have to replace that. And then this is the painless kit, which comes with all the relays for the switches. So you're not pulling full current through the switches, which makes the switches last longer, and generally helps your windows work better as well. This is the switch harness that came with it, which doesn't work with the switch that we have. The power windows came with this harness. So this switch here fits the actual switch we have. So what I have to do is Frankenstein these things together somehow. This is the right connector for the power window motors here. So we've got two completely different harnesses that we need to glom together. We don't need this switch, so we take this off and glom in the other switch. So the switch we have, remember from a bunch of videos ago, we put in the center console there, so we've got to get all that figured out. And yeah, and somewhere in here is the, yeah, we'll figure it out. Anyway, so first thing we've got to do is figure out what we want to keep from the painless harness and what we want to put in the other. So this is probably going to go under the driver's seat. This I know we don't need. So I could probably just, looks like the wiring is going to be similar here, but I'm not sure. I've got to figure out what the switch actually does. This guy's pretty straightforward here. These, you have the pink here is power coming in, and then I suspect brown and brown and blue are the up and down for passenger and driver side, which is which, I don't know. It doesn't really, yeah, I guess it does matter. So over here we have, oh, blue and brown, that's odd. Okay, so maybe it's not exactly as I thought, but we'll figure all that out. So here we have, this is solid blue and brown, and here we have solid blue and brown. So this looks like the driver's side, and then passenger side would be striped blue and tan, probably. Yeah, we'll figure it out. All right, so after a bunch of investigation, I believe we have all this figured out now. So the factory window motors appear as though to get them to work, you apply power to one side or the other, and the motor itself must be grounded because there's no ground in this circuit. Because the painless harness with the relays, there's no ground connections in here anywhere. So the ground connections are just to supply ground to the relays, but the wires themselves, the big wires here, they're either power or nothing. Not ground, but power or nothing. The wiring kit that came with the motors does not work that way. It is, if you think of the two connectors here, it will be power on one side, ground on the other. And when you switch the switch, it goes the other way around. It becomes power on the other side, ground on the other. So one side's always power, one side's always ground when the switch is in the up or down position. And if it's the middle, neither one is connected to anything. So what I've had to do here, these relays, if you can see here, that's upside down. If you note the relays, they have the pole in the center can be on 87A or 87 depending on whether it's energized. So the 87A is the unenergized position, which these guys did not populate that pin. So what I did is I bodged a ground wire in there. So now what happens is when it's energized, pin 87 connects to pin 30, which is the output, with power. And when it's not energized, it connects it to ground. So now one side should be power, one side should be ground. Hopefully. And hopefully that doesn't cause any issues. I don't think it will. Worst case scenario is you'd get power on both connectors, which is fine. There's nothing grounded, so that won't matter. It won't do anything, I think. Or ground on both connectors, which seems that doesn't hurt anything. So I'll check that on the power window motor, put power on both sides just to make sure it doesn't blow up. I don't think it will. And that should work. And then the only other alternative is just not to use the relays at all and just use the wires that came with the power window kit, which is another option. But relays are generally better. So we're going to try that and see how it goes. All right, so this is, again, the wiring harness that came with the power window kit. So we're just mapping out all the connections here. So this guy goes onto the connector like this. So from where we are with these pins high here, the upper left-hand corner is ground, the upper right-hand corner is power, as you see here. The pin on the left is up, the pin on the right is down. Pin on the left is up, pin on the right is down. And the way the colors worked out for us, these are the driver's side, these are the passenger side, because the switch is going to be sitting like this in the car, because this thing's upside down. Which, I mean, it doesn't really matter, but the door on the driver's side has these two colors, so it's a little confusing, but it's fine. So when we connect it to this guy, we have to mix them up a little bit. All right, got all these guys spliced, hopefully correctly. This heat shrink tubing didn't really squeeze down on there very well, but that's all right. We're gonna put the braid over that and cover that. I made the giant ground clip for all the relays. So that's all we have left to do is to do the relays. And I can't find a good set of uninsulated one of these. I don't know where they went. I know I have them. So I'm just basically stripping the insulation off of these, and then I jam them up inside the missing connector there with the wire on it, and that'll hold it in place. All right, this is done. You can see all the addition of all the grounds there. Hopefully those are in there pretty well. A ground strap over there. I might move that somewhere else later, but that's it for now. So all that wiring's done, so all we need to do now is swap these connectors out for these connectors, and then I'm going to try it out, see if it works. Okay, so we got everything done, hooked up the switch, hooked this guy up just quick there, so passenger, driver, so this is the driver switch, so up, down. I think that's correct. Looks like it's moving in the right direction. So, victory. Oh, I was going to show Pops, but he disappeared. Where are you?
Right there.
What do you think?
Excellent.
There's a lot of hacking, but it worked.
A lot of hacking. 10 wires to cut, fix, terminals new. Good job.
Thank you.
Can I go home now?
So we just wrapped up the wiring. So you see these guys, they have little metal or little plastic clips to clip them in place to kind of hold this thing up out of the way. This kind of clip right here, these things. So stuck that guy up out of the way there. This thing's in place. We didn't tighten it down yet because we got to put all the hardware in for the windows. So that's not done yet. And then we're looking around with this for the speaker to try and see where that's going to go. And unfortunately, this thing's almost at the same level of this. You get maybe a quarter of an inch deeper or something. So I'm not sure cutting the metal out there helped very much. Maybe it did, maybe it didn't. But and then we're hoping we had more room over here, so we put this front track in. But unfortunately, it sticks out right into that space there, so that's no good either. But the Focal speakers that I got are very shallow. Those will fit in that opening with about maybe 3/4 of an inch of the speaker sticking out past the door panel. I don't know, we'll see. Not ideal, but we'll figure it out. Anything to say for yourself?
No, another day, tough. Everything redo, fix. But we're getting there. Hopefully half the stuff we did here won't be done in the passenger side door, so that's good.
Well, the power windows are done for both sides, so
Yeah.
that's good. We don't have any more futzing around to do with that.
Plus you've checked the console, what you need to do there.
Yep.
For the buttons, that's rewired, so
Yeah.
we're good to go. Slow, but getting there.
Yeah.
Oh, don't forget this.
Oh, yeah. So these guys, I don't know if any of you guys had these kind of door lock knobs back in the day, but I liked this style. And I looked everywhere for them. I could not find them. Like they have, the normal mushroom top ones, or they have ones that look like bullets and what this simple style right here. I couldn't find it anywhere. Eventually found it on Grainger, like of all places. Grainger, $10. So there we go. Ooh, we have one more thing. So that switch that I was asking about last time, the clip to hold it in, got one suggestion on where I could find that in Canada, and I found it in Canada, but it was $50 just for that little clip. Then I found it on Eckler's, of all places, and so I ordered it, but while I was there, they had the black Grille for like $28 or something, not counting shipping, but so I ordered that while I was at it. So what did I get? I got the Grille, didn't get the clip. So, hasn't shipped yet. Hopefully it'll ship someday, but that looks much nicer than the chrome Grille, I think. Well, it's not even chrome, it's just silver, but I like the way that looks. You like it, Pops?
Yeah, I love it. I think it's better. Matches your headlight stuff.
Yep. So we still have this issue, as we've talked about before, where we have satin black, gloss black, whatever this is, just plastic. It's really cheap looking, but we still might do something else with it, but I gotta get all those to match someday, so we'll probably end up painting these things the tuxedo black, get everything to be that glossy black, but we'll see. Anywho, that's gonna do it for today. Hope everybody has a good Father's Day. Happy Father's Day again.
Happy Father's Day to you. What a way to spend it.
Yep, that was fun.
It was.
All right, we'll see you next weekend.
Yeah.
Okay.